Hi, thank you for watching Chittarupa Yoga and Fitness with Laura Wilson. And while normally I do modifications to exercise, I thought I'd change it up a little bit and meet some of you all who are more intermediate to maybe advanced yoga practitioners today. This is going to be an all mat class. I'm lucky enough to have a carpet that doesn't slip and feels really soft, but make sure you have a space that is like that. Since this is yoga, we will be barefoot for this. This is power yoga. We are going to build some strength today, break a sweat. We get to use our own body weight for building that strength, so no extra equipment necessary. So as you're getting your space all set up, ready for your mountain pose to begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and let me know if you like more power style yoga as opposed to the modifications. I'm going to be doing both for sure, but if you like the power workout, be sure to let me know so I can slip at least one a month in from now on. All right, let's begin in our mountain pose. I'm also not going to give as much instruction on some of the moves that we're doing today. I have plenty of videos that break down a lot of these poses for you. So let's just take a few deep breaths right here. We'll just add a little flow for our arms, inhaling up, exhaling, hands to heart. Now let's reverse the direction of our arms. Let's begin to take this to a half forward fold flow. Inhaling as we come up, exhaling forward, slight bend in our knees. Now let's bring this up. So now let's step out for a moment. We're going to find our squat. We're going to do a variation on our moonflowers, but let's begin with a few of those. Inhaling up, exhaling down. And you can always stay right here, or we're going to add some extra movement to it. So let's inhale to our mountain, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. Checking in with that alignment of our knees over our ankles. Like I said, this is power yoga. So we're going to transition this to our sunflowers, adding that hinge. So remember, you can just stay in place and do these without that side step. Now let's bring this back to our mountain, stepping out wide. So we're going to take this to a little flow to warm up the side of our abdominals. Let's take arms out wide. We're going to take this to a reverse warrior and forward. Other side. So let's breathe. Inhale here, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So pretty much you're exhaling on those warrior twos. Getting our heart rate up. So let's take it to that first side, and we're going to hold this in a flow. Side angle, reverse warrior. Building that strength in our core. Let's take it up to our reverse warrior, warrior two. Other side, hold this flow on that side. You know, lots of variations for your arms. Taking it to the reverse warrior, warrior two. And let's just take a forward fold here. And with wide legs, let's walk our hands forward, finding a wide leg downward dog, shifting our hips back and up. And we'll even take this forward to a wide leg plank. Shifting into that downward dog again. Now let's walk this in, making our way up. So let's find the top edge of our mat and our mountain pose. From here, let's inhale up, exhale, forward fold, and we're going to slide one foot back, finding our lunge. On an exhale, let's lower down, come back to that forward fold. Inhale up halfway, and we're going to exhale, taking the other leg back, finding our lunge. And let's exhale into that forward fold, and we'll bring it all the way up. Let's take it to our Utkatasana, powerful pose. Arms wherever it works for our body. Feeling that lift, feeling that heat. And we're going to inhale up, exhale into that forward fold. Let's take one leg back for our lunge. Oops. Checking in with our balance. This time we're going to exhale down and find our plank pose. Now let's lower down knees, hips, chest. Inhale our chest forward and up. And exhale. Now we'll take it to child's pose or downward facing dog. And the foot that went back before, we're going to bring it forward. And we're going to find this lunge again. Should be lunging with the other foot forward now. And let's exhale into our forward fold, making our way up. And we're just going to exhale, hips back, shifting up, and exhale, forward fold. So let's start with the other foot this time. So we'll be on the lunge, same leg forward this time, but it will switch when we come back. Let's exhale down, plank. And we're going to lower down to the floor. Inhale it up, and exhale, downward dog. So bringing that foot forward, let's find our lunge. Exhaling, forward fold. Let's inhale up. And we're going to take 2 sun salutation Bs on our own. So just take your time getting finished with that. And we'll all just do a step touch for a moment. Let's step out wide, hula hoop our hips. So already breaking a little bit of a sweat. That is the purpose of our sun salutations. We should be feeling warm, like we're under the sun. So let's turn sideways on our mat. We're going to take it back to our warrior 2. This time we're going to find our triangle pose. Remembering any variations that we need. bring this back to warrior two. And we're going to switch. So finding our triangle. Remember, we're letting go of expectations, we're letting go of judgments, and just enjoying our power practice today. Let's come back to that center and walk it in. Let's find the top of our mat again in our mountain pose. We're going to inhale up, exhale, forward fold. So let's step back to our plank again. And we're going to go right into a side plank. Let's come back, switch it over to the other side. Coming back and taking it to our downward facing dog. Let's come forward now onto our forearms. And we'll step back into our plank. Let's lower down from here. Take a few deep breaths. Crocodile pose. We're going to bring our forearms underneath our shoulders, and we're going to see if we can tuck our toes and push up to our plank. Let's lower down from here, finding our downward dog. And let's walk our hands and feet together, coming up to our mountain. Awesome. So from here, we're going to play around with our balance a little bit while still working. So we're going to shift back into our chair and just shift our weight to one foot and then the other. Back and forth a couple times. Hands wherever you need them for your balance. Let's come up. Let's take this to our figure four. Shift back. Now we're going to bring it up. Shift back. Bring it up. And again, hands wherever it works for you. This is just what's helping me keep my balance today. I've never done it like this before, so it's just for today. Let's press back and hold. Lifting up. Let's switch to the other side. Ooh. I was doing better with this foot earlier. So when you're ready, start to take it to those squats. Single leg squats really help build strength in our glutes. I might have to hold on for this one. But they build strength in our glutes, thighs, calves, and definitely help us with our balance. So let's sit back and hold. Again, some days are better than others. Woo, let's bring that up, shake it out. Now let's just take a quick tree here on that first leg. Excellent. Other side. So let's release from here. We're going to step out wide. Now let's drop into our prayer squat. So see if we can come down, elbows to our thighs. Some of us might even be able to get into our full garland pose. So we are going to take it to some deep stretches. but we're going to start with some of our what I think are more intermediate level poses. So let's just lower down to the floor here. Woo. And we're going to take it to our downward facing dog. So let's lift one leg up. We're going to bring that knee to our nose, and we're going to put our foot across, coming into our pigeon. So there are many variations of our pigeon. On none of them do we want to roll off. Let's keep our hips square, that's the key. So find your pigeon, folding forward, bending that back leg. You can even reach back and grab your foot. You might be able to, I don't today. The key thing is to keep our hips square. So we're feeling that intense stretch to our hip and thigh. And we're going to tuck these back toes. See if we can lift up to that three-leg dog again. And down. Let's try the other side. Lift it up. Bring it in. And across. Adjusting as we need to for our own body. Remember, keeping the hips square. We don't want to roll off onto the buttock hip, but think about bringing the front of the other hip toward the floor instead. The other one wants to go to the floor, this one needs to. And just noticing how this feels. Like I said, this is an intermediate to advanced practice. Pigeons are not for everyone. So take a break if you got into this before you realized it. And we're going to see about going back to that three-legged dog again, tucking the back toes. Whoops, maybe not. Let's bring it down onto our belly. So let's look at our cobra pose, lifting up, using the strength of our lower back. No arms, and see if we can inhale a little higher each time. Let's lower down for a rest. And take a moment to breathe into our belly. And we're going to do that again. Lifting up just the strength of our back. See if we can lift and stay. And let's release down. And in our own time, we'll make our way to seated. And from here, let's bring our legs up. We're going to bring one foot in, other foot across. Starting up tall here, let's give ourselves a twist. We can even take our elbow to the outside of our knee. I'm dealing with a little shoulder pain, so I'm not going to do that today. Now let's release from this, and now we're going to let that knee kind of rest on the other knee. We're going to take it to a twist again. This time we will take the elbow to the outside of the knee, and then it's up to you how far you want to take this. Just making sure that we can breathe. And release. Let's take this out wide for a moment. Open everything up. And just noticing how our body is feeling. Lifting up, and we're going to switch sides. So let's bring the other foot in And just cross the other one over, keeping that foot there first, nice and tall, twisting to the side. Elbow outside the knee if you wish. Let's unwind from here and bring that leg more to where we're stacking our knees, hands at our heart, twisting. And let's unwind from that. And this time you can take it to that wide leg again, or we're going to look at our frog pose to really open up our hips. So that starts on all fours. We're going to separate our knees. So just kind of find your own place here, knees at 90 degrees. And then it's up to you how far down onto the floor you want to go. So just let gravity do the work here. This one is also intense, so if you would rather sit and straddle, take it there. Let's go ahead and bring this up, and we'll have a seat. So let's just come to an easy seat or bound angle. We're going to take this to some side stretches just to round out everything in our body today before we take it down and finish up. Switching sides. So be sure to let me know in the comments, again, if you like this power yoga, more advanced intermediate style yoga. We're not done yet though. Let's lift up and come on down to the floor. So let's begin here. Just pressing our heels up to the floor, and we're going to reach up, lift our head and shoulders, and reach out past our legs. Let's release from here. Interlace our hands, extend one finger. We're going to lift up and reach to one side. See if we can get that shoulder off the floor. Really feeling that fire in our core. Let's release for a moment. Taking it to the other side. Let's release from here, hugging our legs in toward us, maybe moving at our feet. Now let's bring this down for our bridge pose. Lifting up, opening up, breathing. Let's release from here, walking our feet away from each other just a little bit. If you're on a mat, take it to the edges of your mat. And we're going to drop our knees over to one side. So a staggered twist. Breathing deeply. Let's bring this up and over to the other side. let's lift up from here and we'll bring our feet in. So let's take it to some Shavasana after all that power that we just exerted. We want to balance that out with some rest. Rest is very important to our bodies. And after the intensity that we just experienced, hopefully we'll be able to settle right down and be still. So just releasing our arms and legs into the floor, feeling our hips, back, shoulders, and head supported by the floor, softening in our belly, chest, and face. And feel free to hit pause and hang out here as long as you'd like. When we are ready to come out of it, we want to start moving in our fingers and toes, working up our body in whatever way feels right. If you did pause and rejoin us, make sure that you take longer to come out of Shavasana. And we're actually going to come to our hands and knees. Now let's make our way back to standing today. So there you go. Let me know what you think of that power yoga that we did today. Please do leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel. Invite your friends, family to subscribe to the channel. Even if they don't watch it, I just got to get those numbers. You know how that game is played. So please let some people know that they can subscribe for free, even if they don't watch the channel. But it would be nice if they did. All right. Thank you so much for all your support, and I will see you